Hi everyone, today we'll be doing a presentation on how to protect yourself from ICE. It is very important that you guys are informed and know that you have rights regardless of your immigration status under the Constitution of the United States. Under the Fifth Amendment, we all have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can later be used against you. In the case that you are apprehended by an ICE officer or official, tell them that you want to talk to your lawyer. This is a right that we all have to call our lawyer, and it's very important we exercise this right because most of the times through this call is the only way that our family members could know that we have been apprehended by ICE. It's also very important that you don't sign anything. What do I mean by this? If an ICE agent approaches you and tells you to sign a document, don't sign it. Most of the times, people don't know this, but most of the times, you are signing away your deportation order. So please don't sign anything unless it is given to you by your lawyer or in presence of your lawyer. You also have the right to refuse to provide any documents. For example, if you are stopped by an ICE agent while you're driving, they could ask you for a driver's license, but other than that, they shouldn't ask you for anything else. If they ask you for a passport, for a green card, for proof of citizenship, you could deny and say, you know what, I'm going to use and exercise my Fifth Amendment, and they shouldn't ask you for those things, but in the case they do, just say no and stay silent. Now, under the Fourth Amendment, we are protected through our privacy. It does protect our privacy against any illegal searches of person and property. And if ICE asks you if they can search you, your property, or any documents, you have the right to say no, and you must say no. ICE and law of enforcements cannot enter your property or search you without your permission. In the instance that they do, they are violating this right. So it's very important to know this. It's also very important to ask if they have a judicial warrant. This judicial warrant is signed by a judge and is provided by a federal court. It's very important not to confuse a judicial warrant with a ICE warrant. Now, what is the difference between a judicial warrant and an ICE warrant? Well, like I said, a judicial warrant is a warrant that is issued and provided by a court, and it is only valid for the person or address listed right here. If your name is not listed here or your address is not listed here, they cannot use that against you. This warrant is only valid for the location listed where it says search warrant right here, and it is only valid until the date that is listed right here. It's very important to look at these details because these could be the factors that can save us from being arrested by ICE. It is very important to know that a judicial warrant is signed and must be signed by a judge. It's very important to see that it is signed by a judge. Now, on the contrary, an ICE warrant does not give permission to any ICE agent or official to enter your home. This warrant is issued by ICE or DHS, not by a court. And as you can see, it's very much different from a judicial warrant. The only difference is that in an ICE warrant, an ICE official will sign this and they will tell you that it was signed by a judge, but no, it was not signed by a judge. It will be signed by an ICE official. And you can see the difference on the type of signature. As you can see, one will say judge signature and the other one will say signature of immigration officer. A key component to distinguish both warrants is that in the ICE warrant, you will have this little code in the bottom, which will tell you that this is an ICE form. So it's very important to identify the difference between these two warrants in the case that they do show up to your home or to your house with either or. Now, some things that we should avoid having any foreign identification or documents on us. For example, passports and consular IDs. These could be potentially used against you in court if you do have them in your person. Um, Another thing that we recommend is if you can have copies of documents that can prove that you've been living in the US for 2 years or longer. What kind of documents? You could use bills or mails that you have that can prove you've been here for 2 years, and they must have your home address. This is very crucial because it could help you in the case that you do have the proper due process and you could talk to a judge and prove that you've been here for a long time and that you have already established roots in this country. Please, please, please don't forget to stay alert, stay informed, and know your rights. Sadly, there's a lot of misinformation being proportioned out in social media and on our news outlets. So it's very important that we stay informed with the correct information, and that we know our rights and stay alert. This is very, very important and crucial, especially if we do encounter ICE. If you guys do have any questions on the presentation or on anything, please feel free to follow us on Unidos Bajo el Mismo Sol on Instagram and send us a DM with your questions, and we will respond to you as soon as possible. If not, you could ask the questions in the description down below or in the comments down below, and we will also answer when we can. We'll try to be as quick as possible, because we want to help as many people as we can. The following video I will be hosting will be the Spanish version of this presentation. We do offer both English and Spanish. And we will also be posting more on our website on what to do if you are going through a traumatic experience due to ICE. We really do hope to help and inform a lot of people and make a change in the world. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below or follow us on Unidos Bajo el Mismo Sol and ask us the questions there. Thank you.